Aldo Do Carmo Jr. So Aldo is a special case. He's here with us today. He changed his life. He graduated in geology and worked for 12 years as such in a mining company in Brazil. After an MBA, a master in marketing and a volunteer job in a museum in Sao Paulo, he decided to pursue his dream. He moved to Europe and embraced the cultural sector. He took another master in cultural management in Bologna and is now finishing his PhD at Erasmus University Rotterdam on cultural organizations. He also teaches cultural management and entrepreneurship and cultural marketing at Erasmus. So I asked him to come and speak to us about how do you teach cultural entrepreneurship. Thank you.
Good evening. I actually, as Maria-Louiza told you, I changed my life, and one of the aims of my life now, working as a scholar, is to help people to change their lives too, or they pursue a life, a good life, but the life they dreamed before, so they don't have to change when they're 40 years old or something like that. So today I'm talking about our experience at Erasmus, how we are teaching entrepreneurship and the ways that we are going. Our program today is to talk about these three questions. How can universities engage on entrepreneurship? If universities are engaging on entrepreneurship, is it possible to teach entrepreneurship? Something it's not. If so, how to do it? Entrepreneurship. We are teaching entrepreneurship in the university. We have to think about fostering. Can be an entrepreneur looking outside the organization, outside the university, fostering, engaging in the issues of the society. University is no longer an ivory tower sitting scholars thinking about solutions for the world outside the world, but engaging on the society. However, is it also possible to be entrepreneur? For you to be an entrepreneur inside the university, for you to develop projects for the university itself, being an employee, a staff, or a scholar within the university. The point is that those two aspects of an entrepreneur looking outside or an entrepreneur looking inside the organization, they are not conflicting. And I'm going to show you, present you a case that can justify what I'm saying now. It was October 2013, last year. I came to some students and say, with an almost indecent proposal, would like to embrace a challenging project, very time-consuming, and will conflict with the master thesis that we're going to face. We're gonna deal in April, May, June, without having any credits or grades. The project would be, students should develop an independent art exhibition, independent from Erasmus, but at Erasmus, with colleagues from the master program, inviting students from art academies in Rotterdam. So we're being entrepreneurs. We're gonna create this exhibition to display art pieces from students from other art schools. So there are students talking to students. That was the plan. Yeah, students being entrepreneurs to other students. Surprisingly, a lot of people appeared. A lot of people became interested in developing this. being hands-on to start to work. So we have a large group. In 2 weeks, we have this a group of 7 people. We have arranged one big venue at Erasmus to display. So the venue was there. The art school was already contacted. So everything seemed to be nice. However, came February, and everything dropped down. The students faced out, this is unfeasible. It's gonna conflicting with my master thesis, so I'm not going. Half of the students dropped down. The venue said, no, we cannot do this in such a short time. The art academy, they said, no, we don't have a schedule for that. But with some characteristics of typical characteristics of entrepreneurs: ambition, initiative, enthusiasm, creativity, decision-making, risk-taking. But the most important, perseverance. We created with a small group a new venue, a new artist, an exhibition that opened in May and it closed 2 weeks ago. Rock and Horror was based on the art pieces of another artist, but an established artist, not a student artist. 3 quotations that I'd like to mention to you concerning this very experience. Irene, member of the group, she said, I felt what is to be an entrepreneur. Lisa, she was the leader of the group. We have to take decisions. And Sylvia said, this should be part of the curriculum. This should be part of the curriculum. So, producing something, being hands-on, should be part of the curriculum. If it is true, can we teach entrepreneurship? More close here. Can we teach entrepreneurship? Yeah. Entrepreneurs can be taught in 2 ways. There are 2 kinds of people who are natural entrepreneurs. Natural entrepreneurs, they save time. They improve the learning curve of how to be entrepreneurs. So instead of for you to making mistakes when you are 22, 24, 25, 27, and finally learning through mistakes when you're 35, 40 years old, when you're 22, 23, you can already do committing, learning from mistakes from other people. Who is not a non-natural entrepreneur, we can create awareness and confidence for this person to take decisions, take risks, and going through the characteristics that we talked before. And how to do that? Traditional way say, we are talking about theories. We're reading what scholars talk about. Learning thoughts, learning perspectives, ideas, frameworks, case studies. So we are discussing our alternatives. So we are doing games, for instance, games within organizations, case studies. But most importantly, that was the case that I showed before, gaining experience. To teach provider was developing to hands-on the course, experiencing entrepreneurship in a controlled environment. By controlled environment, I say that within the university. University is the place for you to commit mistakes, not in the real world over there. Not when you're talking to the prospective sponsor or to the minister that can finance your project, but at the university, where you can test, when you can commit mistakes. That's what I mean by controlled environment. In this controlled environment, we developed a program, we developed a course. And this course is divided in 3 steps. First, the students develop a business plan, a regular business plan. Some business plans are approved, and those approved are going to be realized, going to become true through concert or through exhibition, for instance. And finally, and this is a very important part because that's the core of a university, to have critical thinking. Reporting and evaluation, for you to write essays or the students to write essays saying, what happened? What could happen differently? What could I have done better? What I learned, what I want to do again. Critical thinking, that's the core message for my presentation here. It is possible to teach through doing things, but not just doing. Realizing is not just important. Go further than achieving. Think critically about the process. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.